Honda has confirmed it's delaying a full Odyssey redesign, keeping the minivan on an extended product cycle instead. That means the 2027 model is expected to carry over largely unchanged from the current generation. Here's what that means for buyers weighing this minivan against fresh arrivals. The Odyssey continues with Honda's naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. While rivals increasingly push hybrid and plug-in hybrid setups, the Odyssey's engine has a long track record of durability and smooth power delivery. There's real value in that consistency. Honda's V6 has been refined over multiple generations, and the powertrain isn't saddled with the early adopter risks that come with all-new hybrid systems. For buyers who prioritize a known quantity over cutting-edge efficiency, the Odyssey's engine remains one of its steadiest selling points. Front-wheel drive keeps the platform light and the driving experience predictable, which matters for a vehicle that spends most of its life doing school runs and grocery hauls rather than chasing performance numbers.
Honda's Magic Slide second-row seating remains one of the most genuinely useful features in the minivan segment. The seats can slide side to side and fore and aft independently, making it far easier to access the third row or create a walk-through aisle for kids without removing seats entirely. Combined with a low, flat load floor and generous cargo space behind the third row, the Odyssey continues to offer some of the best real-world usability of any three-row vehicle on sale. Families who need to reconfigure their interior on the fly, whether for a stroller, a cooler, or a set of hockey bags, will still find the Odyssey easier to live with day-to-day than most crossover SUVs in the same price range.
Honda Sensing, the brand's suite of standard driver assistance features, continues across the lineup and includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and collision mitigation braking. The Odyssey has historically posted strong crash test results, and there's no indication that will change for 2027. For families cross-shopping minivans specifically because of car seats, carpooling, and long highway drives, a well-established safety reputation carries real weight. Buyers aren't gambling on unproven crash structures or first-year software bugs tied to a redesign, since the platform underpinning the 2027 model has already been tested and refined over previous model years. The minivan segment has shrunk considerably, with only a handful of nameplates left standing. That reduced competition, combined with the Odyssey staying on its current platform rather than absorbing redesign costs, should help keep pricing relatively stable for 2027. Buyers who don't need the latest hybrid tech can often find a well-equipped Odyssey for less than a comparably sized three-row SUV, while still getting more interior space and easier access thanks to sliding doors. For budget-conscious families, that combination of value and practicality is hard to replicate outside the minivan category. Despite its size, the Odyssey has long been praised for driving more like a large sedan than a bulky van. Steering feel, ride quality, and cabin noise insulation have all been strong points in recent model years, and top trims add extra sound deadening and refined suspension tuning. For long highway trips, that composure translates into less driver fatigue and a quieter, more relaxed cabin for passengers. It's a driving experience that many crossover and SUV alternatives simply don't match, as they sit higher and often feel less planted at speed. This is the Odyssey's biggest competitive gap. Honda has confirmed it's developing a V6 hybrid system with all-wheel drive capability for larger vehicles, expected as part of a wave of 13 new hybrid models starting in 2027. But that technology isn't earmarked for an Odyssey redesign in the near term. Honda expects that new hybrid system to deliver a 30% increase in fuel economy and a 10% boost in acceleration compared to today's gas-powered versions. But the 2027 Odyssey itself is expected to miss out on it. That leaves the minivan increasingly exposed as competitors, particularly Toyota's Sienna, lean into hybrid-only lineups. Families cross-shopping for fuel economy will likely find the Odyssey lagging behind.
Honda is delaying major redesigns while shifting focus toward hybrid expansion, and the Odyssey is one of the models staying on an extended cycle rather than getting a ground-up refresh. That means 2027 buyers are essentially getting a well-worn platform rather than new architecture, new technology, or a meaningfully updated design. Analysts have specifically flagged the Odyssey as the most exposed vehicle on Honda's lot, facing stiff competition from Toyota's Sienna, which itself may be due for its own redesign around the same timeframe. Buyers looking for the latest in vehicle architecture, materials, or infotainment hardware may find the Odyssey feels dated next to freshly redesigned competitors. Without a hybrid or plug-in hybrid variant, the Odyssey's real-world fuel economy will likely continue to trail rivals that have already gone electrified. A gas-only 3-row minivan simply can't match the around-town efficiency of a hybrid powertrain. And for families who log significant mileage on school runs, commutes, and road trips, that gap adds up in fuel costs over time. It's a widening disadvantage as more manufacturers standardize hybrid options across their people mover lineups, and it's arguably the clearest reason a value-focused buyer might look elsewhere. Honda dealers face several years without newly redesigned inventory, which typically means more margin compression and more competition from rival brands, though dealers could expect some support from Honda through manufacturer incentives. While that dynamic could eventually translate into better deals for shoppers, it isn't guaranteed, and pricing support tends to fluctuate based on inventory levels and regional demand. Buyers shouldn't assume a discount is baked in just because the model is aging. It will depend heavily on timing and location. Because Honda hasn't confirmed specifics for the 2027 model year beyond keeping the Odyssey on its current cycle, there's genuine uncertainty about what, if anything, will change inside or out. Some outlets have speculated about updated styling, larger touchscreens, or expanded driver assistance features, but none of that is officially confirmed. And much of the online chatter around a redesign appears to be speculation rather than verified Honda communication. Buyers hoping for meaningfully upgraded technology or a fresher look shouldn't count on it arriving with the 2027 model. A full redesign appears more likely for later in the decade. The Honda Odyssey is shaping up to be a case of steady reliability meeting a market that's rapidly moving toward hybrid efficiency. Its strengths, flexible seating, a composed ride, strong safety features, and a proven powertrain remain genuinely compelling for families who prioritize practicality over the latest technology. But with Honda confirming a delayed redesign and no hybrid option on the immediate horizon, the Odyssey risks falling further behind rivals that are electrifying their lineups. For buyers who value a known, dependable minivan and don't mind sitting out the hybrid wave for another cycle, the Odyssey still delivers. For those chasing fuel efficiency and the newest cabin tech, it may be worth waiting to see how Honda's next redesign and Toyota's next Sienna ultimately shake out.